Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this channel. I hope you've all had a good day and a good week since it was Monday since I last made a video. So before I share stuff with you, I want to say welcome to the new subscribers, and I hope you enjoy sharing with us and what we do, and hope that you'll find something in here. I wanted to share with you just two little things before I showed you what I've been up to this week. Firstly is this. I don't know if you've seen this before. Okay, I was quite shocked to see this. My son, coming home from work late one night, went to the bus stop on Churchill Way in Cardiff and found this at the bus stop, thinking that somebody's lost it. So he brought it home and then looked at the label and saw what it was, and we were both quite amazed. It was just like this, left on the bus stop. Right, it's a little duck. Obviously it must be a little duck. You can't see it on the camera, it looks purple, but it's actually pink and green with blue and a little beak. So anyway, somebody had obviously knitted and made this little duck, and on the top it says, "Please take me home. I'm a free gift to make you smile from the Little Yellow Duck Project." And it says, "My name is Sophie. I am a random act of kindness made as part of the Little Yellow Duck Project. Lovingly handmade by Auntie G. In appreciation of the world life-saving blood, bone marrow and organ donors. Please let my maker know I have been found. Visit the website today and log me on the world map." And it's got the little website details on there. So obviously there's the yellow duck, the Little Yellow Duck Project, raising awareness of the bone marrow and organ donors. And this is something that somebody has knitted and put this on and lovingly put it together in this bag, and then just randomly went and left it somewhere to be found. And obviously people do this all over the place. I'd not seen it before, and I am absolutely gobsmacked. It's such a beautiful thought, absolutely lovely. I haven't even taken it out of the bag. I don't want to. I want to keep it safe just like that. It says, "Raising awareness of the organ donor register, one duck at a time. Please log your new friend on the Little Yellow Duck Project world map." So that is amazing. I just thought that was so fantastic that there are people doing secret service all over the world, even here in our neighborhood, and that in this world full of horrible doom and gloom and all this terrible things going on, and the silliness of politics and the stress caused by all these things, there are beautiful things happening by individual people making the world a better place, one person at a time, or one little duck at a time. And adding to another one of those good things, good people, this is the beautiful syrup I made from ingredients sent to me by a friend almost 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, when I was ill, when Darren and myself were ill. And she sent us the ingredients for elderberry syrup, and I followed the recipe that she gave and made this, and it has been absolutely wonderful. A little bit sweet for us, considering the only sweetener in here is honey. There's no refined sugars or anything like that. It's just honey in there for the sweetener, with dried elderberries, cinnamon, ginger, what else was there? Oh, and cloves. So, and that's what she sent me, the ingredients, and I made it according to her instructions, and it has been absolutely lovely, very soothing on the throat, a bit sweet for us, so I diluted a little with water, but a good immune booster for us. And I think that was such a lovely gesture from a friend to send us that in the post, and I wasn't expecting it. It arrived, and it just, on a bad day, came and made me feel absolutely bright, that there's loving people who do these wonderful, kind things. So that really, really made a big difference. We've also received this lampshade off another friend, and somebody gave us a TV bigger and better than the one that we had, just out of the generosity of their hearts and their kindness. So we've been the recipients of a lot of love and generosity from people in the last couple of weeks, and it's been absolutely wonderful, and I just couldn't thank everybody enough, and I couldn't go around through everybody to thank them, because the past couple of weeks have been stupid busy again, as I promised it wasn't going to be for this new year. But as the habit goes, this family is always stupid busy. So this week particularly as well has been very busy. I have had literally Monday I did some work in the garden, and then through the rest of the day on Monday did craft work, but that was it. The rest of the week since then has been in babysitting and housework and service. And then even today I had some of the morning until 3 o'clock that I actually did some craft work, and then it was traveling again and helping out with service to family, and then got back by 6, grabbed something very quick to eat, and then was back to crafting. And I finished what I needed to do, because tomorrow I'm in the shop and I needed to get stuff, all of this stuff ready to take into the shop for tomorrow. So it was non-stop work for just, I think it doesn't even add up to one day's work really, all the hours I've spent collected together on the crafts. So that is it. I mean, I did some gardening on Monday and the crafts, but I just want to show you what we've been up to. So remember I showed you the hearts that needed to be done, and I showed you the ones that were done, and I still had the chunky ones to do. I've done them. They are done. So there we go. There's some of them. Okay, the lighting is not very good. Let's see if I can brighten it up a little bit more. Okay, let's see, what can we do here to make this a little bit better and brighter? Okay, is this gonna help? Not very much, not really, but there you go. Anyway, so this one is one of the hearts, and they will stand like that. It's got little sayings on them. I like this one. Thank you for reminding me what butterflies feel like. That was so cute. And then this one. Darling, you are all I ever wanted love to be. I love us. And by the way, I'm wearing the smile you gave me. That is so cute. Do I like those? They stand just like that. Most of them have got little continuation of the themes on the side, like that, like this one over there and that one. So they've all got a continuation. You are all my heart ever talks about. I like that one too. This one coming up is my absolute favorite of these ones. Goes the other direction, and it's a tree, a swirly love tree full of love hearts, with green leaves, red hearts, little gold and white dots in little places, and then gold on the trunk of the tree, and a touch of green right by the base. So I love it. That one's my favorite one, and it's got the tree coming around the edge still as well. So I absolutely love that one. I'll be loath to let that one go. Right, so they're over there. Pardon me. And then these ones, there's another little love tree, a simple one. It says, you've grown on me. I like that one too. Now, these ones are all the oak ones, and these are the teak ones. Okay. This one is the one I said it was going to do like that. There you go. And it says, you are forever my always. It's a set of 3. And I like that one. It came out quite nice. Okay. Then there's another one of my favorite. This one is another love tree with turtle doves and snow everywhere. Not too out of season, because there are places now that have snow. Like my friend who lives in the Brackens sent me photographs yesterday and today, and the place is covered in snow And that's not an hour's drive from where I am. That is so weird. This one, love is the heart, in the heart of this house or home. Okay, I like that one. That one's cute. I like that one. And then I love you, a simple one. Those are the teak ones. So that's the love hearts we've done there. And then as I was doing those and he saw the 3 that I'd done together, he said he wanted to make some like this, which I have decided to put dragon on. Sometimes I wonder if love is worth fighting for. Then I remember your face and I'm ready for war. That was found on curiano.com, that little phrase. And then I painted a dragon. I mean, of course, a red dragon, Welsh dragon. From my own interpretation of it. And with a few little accents of gold on there as well. So yeah, a dragon, very Welsh. How could it not be? And this one as well. Fight for the fairy tale. It does exist. And that quote is from Joy F. I don't know who that is, but I found it on the internet, just on images. So there you go. And that little dragon is adapted from another image I saw. Made my own kind. And he's peeping over the hearts. I like that one. I like the fact that the tail comes out there and it's about talking about fairy tale and his tail's coming out. I beg your pardon. So yeah, there's those 2. That's a set of 3 there. Now this also, he decided to make this. I had nothing to do with the design. He just came up with that himself. This is teak. And he just made this and brought it to me, and I thought, oh, okay, how can I just embellish that with something? And I just decided to paint a little keyhole over there with a rose with a key hanging from the rose and a gold string. And it says on there, you hold the key to my heart, with little pinkish hearts on the side, and that's a pink rose. It doesn't all have to be red, is it? And this one is similar. It's got roses down, a rose down here for some love hearts, and some more roses there. And this says, you are my happily ever after. Cheesy, cute, and romantic. Okay. These 2 bowls he made, right? Absolutely gorgeous. So weighty, really lovely. And I love this is if you could imagine, you can see the grains there. This is the top end of a log that he split in half and then made the bowl like that. And it's absolutely lovely. It feels fantastic. It's made of mountain ash, and since yesterday it is split like that. It is split open as it's dried, even though it's been oiled and waxed. And similar with this one. This one is also mountain ash, but he's burnished it, and it's the same thing. It is splitting right over there, and you can almost see right the way through it. So we decided what we're going to do is we're going to leave it to continue to dry quickly over the next couple of weeks, and if the splits open wider, we're going to fill that with colored resin and see what we can do with that. Pardon me. My next favorite little bowl I absolutely loved, and I love doing it, is this one. Absolutely lovely. Made out of pear wood, and that is why there's a pear tree, Celtic knot pear tree, that I've done similar to the other on the heart, the trunk, and then the Celtic knot, part of a Celtic knot on the top. And I've put little swirls and branches for the pears that are green pears with gold shading on them and leaves all over. I really loved doing this one because I love this bowl, and I love that it's pear wood, so it had to be pear tree, obviously. What else? This is also splitting on a natural curve here, but he did glue that so that it doesn't come apart. And there's the inside of it. It's a different color on the inside because I painted this on the bare wood and then varnished it. Excuse me. But on the inside, I oiled it with a food safe oil, which makes the wood a different color. but it's the same wood, and you can see the oil effect on the top is different to here. So it's a different effect when you put oil on as opposed to varnish, but it's still beautiful. And there are some cracks right the way through. So I think this is just an ornamental bowl, pear wood, and I love the little knot and things that are in it. It's just an ornamental one, but it's so lovely. I just love this one. I hate parting with any of the stuff he makes, really I do. This is the bowl I told you about last week. He was making the dough bowl. The dough bowl, sorry. I have to come out a little bit for you to see that, the shape. There you are. I put the triquetras and the little swirls in there. It's that deep. It just, oh, it's fantastic to touch. The shape of that under there. Look at that, it's the end of a log. You can just see where the log is in the grains. And that was handmade as well. And he smoothed out the bottom with a power tool, but just because we don't have an adze yet, which I've ordered an adze for him, so he will be able to use that better for making bowls like this. And this one is already warping out of shape, which I absolutely love. It just gives it such a lovely rustic natural feel, and it's such a chunky piece of wood. I just love this. Oh, I hate parting. There's already been 3 thick coats of food safe oil that's gone into this, and it's already been sucked up totally. So I keep putting oil on and leaving it for 24 hours until it stops sucking up the wood. Then we know it's going to be fine, and it shouldn't crack actually. And then finally, lastly, but most amazingly, let me move these out the way. Excuse me, I need a little bit of the syrup actually. Ooh. Ooh, very, very sweet. Ooh. Okay. Let me just move this out of the way, and I want to show you something really, really special that he made today. And it did take him quite a few hours to do. Something really special. There you go. Take a guess what this is. Oh, I beg your pardon. I don't know. I think it's the heating is on, and it's really affecting my throat. But we're on for 18 minutes already, so I want to get finished with this. It'll take forever to upload. This is Welsh alabaster. Come from Penarth Beach. I picked up a chunk. I thought I wondered if you could make anything from it, but we found from experience that the alabaster is so fragile, it just crumbles. So it's a beautiful alabaster, but pretty much like sandstone, it crumbles, it dries and crumbles. And he wondered if we could turn it. Now usually I would think we could turn it if it was stabilized in a stabilizing fluid, and then in a vacuum pot, and then turned to stabilize it from and stop it crumbling. But we didn't have that. We don't have a vacuum pot, we don't have stabilizing fluid, and I couldn't find any on the internet either. I might have to see if it's available in America. But he turned it anyway, very carefully on a very low speed to start with, and he had to wear his breathing gear, because this stuff becomes a very fine dust. It is very bad to breathe that in. So he was using his breathing apparatus while doing this, and he stuck it, to be able to turn it, he stuck it onto some teak wood, because you can't stick that on a lathe on its own. It just fall apart. So that he used the teak as a base from which to start turning it. And as he was finished turning it, as the lathe was on, he'd put the wax, he'd sealed it with some wax, beeswax, and it feels absolutely beautiful. It's just so touchable. I just want to touch it all the time, and it makes a lovely little ring bowl to put rings in, or even just a little necklace or something. But oh, it's so nice to touch. But it is heavy, it's chunky, and you cannot make it very thin. It would just fall apart. if you try to make it thinner on the lathe. So it's nice and chunky, and it's got those beautiful coral pink and white and little amber looking bits all over in the stone. And I just love that. It's beautiful to touch, it's beautiful to look at, but it is so delicate. You would never think that something so chunky and heavy would be that delicate, but it is. So another thing I would be loath to sell. I just love the things he makes, and I'm always amazed at what he makes with the little time. It's only just over a year that he started turning the whittling, and that he's done for about 4 years now, but only as a hobby for 2 of those. Excuse me, I better get some water in a minute. That's terrible. But he amazes me at what he can come up with the little experience that he has and the little resources that we've got, and just having a go and experimenting. And yes, there are far better turners around who've got a lot more experience, who've been trained. But I love my hubby's talents. I love his just have a go and what he puts into it. And he really does diligently work and make the best of what he's got. So I shall be taking this to the shop, not tomorrow, but next week, because I want to show somebody else's first. Oh, just look at that. And you can't even see it properly in this light. Look at that and there. Can you see it better under that light? The coral pink. You can't. This camera doesn't even pick up the true colour that I'm looking at. I wish I had a better camera, but there you are. But that's what we've been doing in just... I mean, he made some of those bowls he started making last week and finished it this week. Those hearts he made this week, those he made this week, that bowl, these he did before, because I showed you them before. These ones, the oak ones and the teak ones. But yeah, that's what we've squeezed into this week. Imagine if we could actually work proper work hours for 3 or 4 days in a week. We could come up with a lot. So there you go, that would be amazing. So there you are, update of what we're doing craft wise. I'm now going to take photographs of all this stuff, upload it all, and get as much housework done as well. Do you think I'll get to bed before 11:30 tonight? I don't know, but we shall see. So good night everybody, hope you sleep tight. If it's morning by the time you get this, I hope you have a lovely day. Until I see you again or speak to you again next week, because there's no chance I'm going to get to do a video before next week. It's going to be another busy weekend. So I shall speak to you soon. Have a lovely day or evening wherever you are. Stay safe, stay well, and keep happy. Bye.